Fights in WAKFU take place on a turn-by-turn basis. That means that each player is given a certain amount of time in which to play, and when that time is up, they can only watch the other fighters' moves, study the strategies in play, and prepare for their next turn. Whenever you're in a fight, a timeline displaying the order in which each fighter will play appears at the right of the screen. The faster you play, the more your speed gauge will fill up. Once you reach the top, you will be able to choose a bonus for your next turn. This bonus might make all the difference, so play quickly and carefully. In the very first tutorial video, we explained the basics of fighting. Now let's have a look at the system in more detail. We'll begin with the elements. Each of your spells is associated with an attack element. There are 4 elements: water, air, fire, and earth, of which each class uses 3. You already know that the more you use a spell, the more powerful it becomes. Well, guess what? The more often you use spells in a particular element, the stronger that element becomes too. This is known as elemental mastery. This leads us nicely into elemental resistances. Yours can be seen right here. The higher a resistance is, the less damage you'll suffer in this element. If your resistances are low, you'll really feel it when someone attacks you. To check out your allies' and enemies' masteries and resistances during a fight, just right-click their portrait. That way you can figure out which attacks you should avoid and which enemy you should hit as hard as you can. Here's another rule to remember. Attacking an opponent from the side will inflict more damage than attacking it head-on. And if you manage to attack from behind, your damage will be huge. Of course, the same goes for attacks directed at you. That's why it's important to pay attention to the direction you're facing. Before ending each turn, face a direction that will minimize damage using these little arrows. At the bottom of your allies' and enemies' character tabs, you will probably find some strange symbols. Right here, see? These are known as states. States are combat modifiers that can be applied by spells, battlefield borders, or glyphs on the ground. When a state is activated, its icon appears above the affected fighter. You should always read the effects of these states by checking them out on the Characters tab. Mouse over an icon to read about it. This is a vital step in formulating certain fighting strategies. In every battle, you will be offered bonus goals. For example, dealing all fatal blows to your enemies from behind, using up all your MP, killing certain monsters last, or all sorts of other things that will have an effect on your style of play. To consult the objective of your battle challenge, just mouse over the tab. Naturally, if you attain these bonus goals, you will gain additional experience and are more likely to receive loot, which is a nice transition to our next point. That's right, when you win a fight, you are handsomely rewarded. Each battle will earn you both experience and various resources. When your experience gauge is full, you level up. As for the loot, you can use it to craft new equipment or simply sell it on the market. Sometimes if you're lucky, you'll even drop ready-made equipment. Any items won during a fight will be stored in your inventory automatically. Equipment is a special category of item that grants bonuses to the wearer. Double-click on a piece of equipment to equip your character with it directly, or else drag the piece you want from your inventory to the appropriate slot. If you compare characters of the same class and level, good equipment is the factor that will make all the difference between an average character and a great one. Bonuses range from increased elemental mastery to an additional action point. The more levels you gain, the more powerful and impressive the equipment available to you will be. The equipment category also includes pets, little companions who will follow you everywhere. When you equip a pet, it will grant you bonuses that are separate from those granted by your outfit. Feed your pets regularly to increase their bonuses. And be careful, pets have a set number of health points and this total will drop each time you lose a fight together. Carry some osmosis powders on you in case you need to heal a pet in between fights.